Not all exercise is suitable for everyone. To reduce the risk of injury, consult your doctor before participating in this or any other exercise program. If you feel any pain, discomfort, or dizziness, do not continue. The creators, producers, participants, and distributors of this program disclaim any liability or loss in connection with the exercise and instruction herein.
Welcome to Power Yoga, Mind and Body. My name's Adrienne Reed. Our theme for today is core, so we're going to be doing a lot of work with abs and back today. When you're ready, guys, I want you to go ahead and lay down flat on your back. Why don't you spin around for me so your heads are toward the top edge of your mat. We're going to start with a little bit of work that's Pilates oriented, so we're going to go ahead and bend your knees, feet are flat on the floor. We're going to talk about a back position that will help you to strengthen through your core. As you lay here, your spine is in neutral, so you should be able to fit your hand underneath your lower back. So Steph, go ahead and do that for me. We're going to call that neutral. From here, I want you to go ahead and release your hands out from underneath. You're going to roll your pelvis just slightly and pull your navel in towards your spine. At this point, you should not be able to get your hand underneath your lower back. That's called imprint. We're going to go through that a couple of times. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale, release to neutral. And then exhale, roll to imprint. Push all that air out, pull your navel in towards your spine. Inhale, go ahead and roll to neutral. And then exhale, fall back to imprint. And let's do that a few more times. Inhale, go ahead and roll to neutral. And exhale, go ahead and roll back to imprint. Don't forget to pull that navel in. Inhale, go ahead and roll to neutral. Exhale, go ahead and roll back to imprint. Inhale, roll to neutral. Exhale, back to imprint, and let's do that twice more. Inhale, roll to neutral. Exhale, push all your out, put your navel in towards your spine. And one last time, inhale, roll to neutral. And exhale, release back to imprint. From there, go ahead and release to any position that feels comfortable for you. We're going to draw your legs up into a tabletop position, so you're going to bend your knees, feet are off the mat. If that's too much for you, I want you to keep your feet flat on the floor. When you're ready, we're going to go back through imprint and neutral. So when you're ready, inhale, stay in neutral, and then exhale, go to imprint. So try and get your spine set flat on the mat. Inhale, go to neutral. Exhale, move to imprint. See if you can keep your knees perfectly straight. Inhale, come on back to neutral. Exhale, float back to imprint. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, extend all that air out, pull your navel in towards your spine. And twice more. Inhale, come on back to neutral. Exhale, roll back to imprint. Beautiful. And go ahead and release that. And shake that out for a breath or two. You got it. From there, let's keep moving. You're either going to drop your feet back to your flat on the mat. We're going to bring your hands or your knees back up to tabletop if that feels good for you. So if you can either stay in that first position or in the second position. If you feel real good, you can even straighten up your legs and bring them to a 45-degree angle. From there, your hands are down by your waist. We're going to inhale, draw your shoulders and head up off the mat and extend in. And then exhale, go ahead and hover just above. Inhale, come on up. See if you can keep your navel pulled in toward your spine. Exhale, lower down, release. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, lower down, hover above. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, lower down. And inhale, come on up, last one. And exhale, go ahead and lower down. Go ahead and drop your legs down to the mat. Relax, shake that out a little bit. Nice job, everybody. You got it. From there, let's keep moving a little bit more. We're gonna bend your knees. We're all gonna float up into a tabletop position. Once again, don't forget to leave your spine in that imprint position. So you wanna pull your navel in toward your spine. We're gonna kick your right heel up toward the ceiling, and we're gonna straighten up, so just your right leg. Your left leg is gonna straighten, and you're gonna lower it down to the mat. Do I have that backwards for you, Kim? Sorry about that. Hands are down by your sides, spine is imprinted. Inhale, we're gonna draw your head and shoulders up, hands stay hovering above. Exhale, go ahead and lower down. Let's get 4 more with those legs. Inhale, pull your spine in, come on up. Exhale, lower down, keep that navel pulled in. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, go ahead and lower on down. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, lower on down, and 1 more here. Inhale, draw up, pull your navel in towards your spine. Exhale, go ahead and lower down. When you're ready, go ahead and release your hands down to the mat. Shake that out a little bit. We're gonna do that same thing on the other side in just a moment. Nice job. So really slow, controlled movement today, really focusing through your core. When you're ready, once again, let's bring those knees up into a tabletop position. This time you're gonna kick your right heel up toward the ceiling, and we're gonna lower, left heel up toward the ceiling. Jason's looking at me like, no, we're not. Right leg is gonna extend forward. So once again, you're in that scissored leg position. Hands are down by your sides. Inhale, come on up. Navel comes in toward your spine. Exhale, lower down, hover above if you can. Inhale, come on up. Beautiful. Exhale, lower down, keep those legs nice and straight. Inhale, hover up, navel in towards your spine, extend. Exhale, lower down, hover above if you can. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, lower down, and let's go 1 more here. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, lower down, relax your hands down by your sides, drop your legs, relax a breath or 2. Let's get a little bit of a release in here. So your knees are bent and your feet are flat on the mat. We're gonna kick your right heel and bring it up toward the ceiling, and you're gonna cross your right ankle over your left knee. When you're ready, you're gonna reach underneath and hold the back of your left thigh with your hands. You can interlace your hands behind your thigh, and you're gonna pull that thigh in towards your chest. So a little bit of a sciatic stretch here. If that feels good for you, you're trying to keep that lower back flat on the mat. If that feels good for you, you can actually straighten up through your left leg, and that extends the stretch a little further, but I want you to stop where that feels good. We're going 3 more breaths there, so nice and relaxed. That's the way. Grab the other thigh for me. This one, that's the way. So you almost want to take this hand and bring it right through here. Exhale, go ahead and release that. Drop your feet down to the mat, knees are bent, and let's go the same thing with the other side. So left heel kicks up to the ceiling, cross your left ankle over your right knee. When you're ready, so reach that hand in through here, that's the way. Grab the back of your thigh, and we're going to pull that right knee in towards your chest. Try and keep your lower back flat on the mat. Let your sacrum widen as you lay there. And if that feels good for you, you can straighten up through that leg as well, which intensifies that stretch a little bit. But I want you to stop where it feels good for you. Let's go 3 more deep breaths there. Beautiful. Looking good. After your 3rd breath, go ahead and release that. Drop your feet down to the mat. Relax, shake that out a little bit. So after that little bit of a break, a little bit of a stretch, let's move back to ab work. When you're ready, we're gonna straighten up your legs, drive your heels up toward the ceiling. We're gonna do a little bit of work with lower abs, which isn't too aggressive of a movement, but it's very, very intense and powerful. All you're trying to do is literally pop your heels up to the ceiling. So your hands are down flat on the mat on either side of your hips. If you're real strong through the core, draw your arms overhead. So when you're ready, inhale, pop those heels up. You're trying not to roll them too much toward your head, and exhale, lower down. So you guys are gonna get 10 of those in, moving at your pace. It's hard to count you through those, so I'm gonna let you move what feels good for you. So it's just a real slight pop through your heels. Again, if you're strong through the core, arms come overhead, so you can't use your hands as effectively there. If you're not so strong, leave your hands down flat on the mat. After your 10, guys, slowly lower your heels all the way down to the floor. So you're just moving at your pace. That's very tough. Jason loves those. And then when you're ready and your heels have hit the mat, I want you to roll over onto your stomach. So keep your heads toward the front edge of your mat. We're just gonna roll right up onto your stomach. So we do a lot of work with plank in power yoga, and we're going to float your hands underneath your shoulders, and that's because plank is wonderful for your upper body, definitely very good for your abs and your back. So when you're ready, float your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes under, and I just want you to push up into a plank position, guys. If you need to go to your knees and then straighten through your legs to get there, that's fine. So we're going to go 10 breaths here in plank. If you feel good, you can extend your right hand forward for 5 breaths, drop it to the mat, and then extend your left hand forward for 5 breaths. Otherwise, I just want you to stay nice and straight and strong. You're lengthening heels to the crown of your head. You're strong through the shoulders. Your hips are not up too high, not too low. Looking good, Steph. Looking good, Jason. Looking good, everybody. And once again, you're moving at your pace. When you're done with your 10 breaths, lower down slowly, lay down on your stomach, relax a breath or two. If you're still working, I want you to keep working at your pace. Wonderful. So same thing, just a couple nice relaxing breaths here. See if you can just let your arms relax, your shoulders relax, let everything just sink down into the mat. And then when you're ready, go ahead and roll on over onto your backs again for me. We're going to bend your knees, pull them in towards your chest, and just rock side to side gently. Massage your lower back. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of work with obliques here. So when you're ready, bring your knees up to a tabletop position. You're going to either open up your hands into a giant T, palms are downward, or you can leave them down by your hips, whatever feels better for you. From this tabletop position, we're going to roll your knees off at a 45-degree angle off toward the right-hand side, so working through your obliques here. If you feel real good, you can straighten up through your legs. That definitely makes it a lot more difficult. We're going to go 10 breaths on this side. Nice job, everybody. Come up a little bit higher for me, Jason. Yeah, so you want to be right at that 45-degree angle, so working through the obliques here. Looking good, everybody. If this pose is difficult for you, I want you to just relax through, maybe breathe a little bit more quickly. If it's easy for you, breathe long, slow, calm breaths. After your 10th breath, go ahead and roll back towards center, bend your knees, pull them in towards your chest, rock side to side. Nice and intense work through the obliques. Looking good, everybody. And let's get ready for that same series on the other side. So when you're ready, you can open up your arms into that giant T, or you can leave your hands down by your hips. We're going to go into a tabletop position and start again, rolling off at a 45-degree angle off toward the left-hand side. If that feels easy for you, you can straighten up through your legs and intensify that stretch there. Looking good, everybody. 10 breaths here, so you're moving at your pace. If this is difficult for you, breathe a little bit more quickly and get yourself through it. If it's real easy, long, slow, calm breaths that allow you to enjoy the stretch a little more. After your 10th breath, roll back towards center, bend your knees, pull them in towards your chest, and just rock side to side gently. Massage that lower back. From there, we're going to do a little bit of work with Charlie Chaplin asana. So when you're ready, straighten up your legs, draw your arms overhead. We're going to use the strength of your arms and abs. Come on up to sitting. So I want to flip you guys over. So arms overhead, sit on up for me. That's the way, and we're going to turn you guys around. Once again, you're going to lay down flat on your back. If you're at home, you could have just stayed on your back. No reason to flip all over. You got it. So we're going to lay down flat on your back. The work we're going to do is real intense through the abs. We're going to hold for 20 breaths. So I'll say it again. If you're working at home, work at your pace. If it's difficult, breathe a little more quickly. When you're ready, guys, we're going to bring your feet together. Hands are down by your sides, or you can tuck them behind your lower back and support your tailbone and your hips if that feels better for you. So you do what feels good for you. When you're ready, we're going to pick your heels up about 2 inches off the mat, and we're going to open up your feet into a nice wide angle. We're going to extend strongly through the heels, so you're pushing long through the legs. We're going 20 breaths there. So this is a nice long hold. Wonderful work through the abs. Let your head and neck relax. Let your focus fall on lengthening through your legs and strengthening through your abdominals. And I'll say it again, if this is difficult for you, breathe a little bit more quickly. Otherwise, long, slow, calm breaths that let you relax into that stretch and extend strongly through the heels. Nice job, everybody. If you start to get tired, extend more strongly through the heels, and that really does help you get through the stretch. Everyone starts pushing harder. And after your 20 breaths, go ahead and release your feet down to the mat. Shake that out a little bit. If you're still working, keep working at your pace. When you're ready, I want you to go ahead and draw your arms overhead. Use the strength of your arms and abs. Come on up to a seated position. We're going to open up into a nice wide angle, so why don't you guys go ahead and face this direction for me. It's your choice. You can either have your feet or your bottom on the mat. It's up to you. All right, we're going to just start in center. Hands are going to drop to center. Inhale, we're going to bring your shoulders up, and exhale, roll them back and down. So just get yourself in a nice straight position. From there, we're just going to fall forward for 5 breaths. So get a little bit of warm up through the legs before we fall into this pose. So falling forward in a nice wide angle. Nice, Jason. Try and keep your toes pointed upward, so don't let your feet roll in if you can help it. And then exhale, come on up from that and release that stretch. We're gonna bring your right elbow on the inside or on top of your right knee. Right ear drops to your right hand. Left arm comes overhead. So you're trying to grab your left big toe, your right big toes with your left hand. Beautiful. If you can reach your toes, extend your right hand forward and take that twist. So you're trying to come under with your lower shoulder and open with your upper shoulder. That's beautiful, Steph. So this works nicely through the obliques. We're going 2 more breaths there. Looking good. Beautiful, Erin. And after your second breath, come on back up to center. Release that out. Let's do the same thing on the other side. When you're ready, left elbow on the inside of your left knee, left ear to your left hand, right arm comes overhead, working through the obliques. If you can reach that foot with your hand, straighten up through your left arm and extend that on the inside of your foot. You're rolling inward with your lower shoulder, open with your upper shoulder. So you're really twisting and working nicely through those obliques. 2 more breaths there. Looking good. Nice job, Erin. And exhale, come on back to center. Shake that out a little bit. I want you to bring your hands to the undersides of your knees. Use the strength of your arms to bring your legs back together again. Bring your legs forward. Shake that out. We're going to fall into a hero pose. So when you're ready, come on up onto your knees. If you can, drop your hips to your heels. If that's uncomfortable for you, just sit in a cross-legged position. So let's go a couple good breaths here. I want you to get nice and tall from your sit bones to the crown of your head. Hands drop down by your sides. Drop your chin to your chest. Just give me a couple good breaths here to relax through. Wonderful. From there, let's incorporate a little bit of oblique work in here. So when you're ready, right hand's going to float to the outside of your left knee. So right hand to your left knee. Left arm comes up and overhead. You're trying to bring that arm a little bit behind your ear and extend off to the right hand side. So you're stretching all the way down from your hip to your fingertips. Let's go 5 deep breaths there. Exactly it. So just look up a little bit and let that fall to the side. And you're using that right arm to stabilize yourself so you don't fall off to the side. So you're actively using that right arm. Give me 2 more breaths there. Looking good. That looks great. Nice job, Kim. After your second breath, come on back to center. Same thing other side. So left hand goes to the outside of your right knee. Right hand floats overhead. I want you to bring that arm a little bit behind your ear. And then go ahead and float off to the left-hand side. So you're looking upward, stretching nice and long from that right hip to your right fingertips, working all the way through your obliques. Beautiful. Let's go 2 more deep breaths there. Looking good, everybody. So winding down a little bit, relaxing through. After your second breath, roll back towards center. Let's drop your hands to your knees. Get nice and tall through your spine. Drop your chin to your chest. Let's just take a couple good relaxing breaths here in hero. Whenever you guys are ready, we're gonna float up into Camel. If you're working at home, you can grab a blanket or a towel and use that. So you guys feel free to use your towels and put those under your knees if you need to, because you're gonna be coming up onto your knees. You got it. In Camel, we have a couple of different choices for foot position. So you're either gonna lay your feet flat like Erin has them, or you're gonna tuck them underneath like Stephanie. So whatever feels more comfortable for you. Let's start with a nice easy Camel. You're gonna float your hands to your waist, bring your thumbs to your long muscles, or you can go as Erin is, bring the heels of your hands to your lower back, draw your elbows together. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, and exhale, start arching back through that upper back. That's beautiful. We're gonna go 5 good breaths there. So working through your back. Looking good. You're really trying to open wonderfully through that front body. And if you've gone too far and you can't keep your breath, I want you to back off a little bit. You definitely need to be able to breathe in this pose. Looking good, guys. After your 5th breath, come on out of that. We're gonna sweep your right leg off to the right-hand side. So you're staying on your knees, right leg off to the right-hand side. Toes are pointing upward, your hips are nice and square. Inhale, sweep your arms up, get nice and tall. Exhale, right hand comes to the inside of your right knee, so down to the floor if you can get there. Left hand floats up toward the ceiling. Let's go 2 good breaths there. So just starting easily into that oblique stretch. And then after your 2nd breath, keep floating your left arm overhead. See if you can go toward your right big toe. Erin, that looks fabulous. We're going 3 more breaths there. Nice and tall. Hips are square. You should feel that along the back of your right leg as well. I almost said left, but right leg as well. And then exhale, come on back to center. We're gonna tuck your right knee underneath and do the same thing on the other side. Actually, let's go a Camel in between that. So when you're ready, hands are gonna float back to your waist. You can either put the heels of your hands on your lower back or your thumbs on your long muscles. Inhale, look up, get nice and long in your spine, and exhale, start arching back a little bit there. Once again, only go to the level that feels good for you. You don't wanna go so far back that you cannot breathe, but you definitely wanna feel a stretch and an openness through your front body. Wonderful. Exhale, come on up and release that, and let's go for that oblique stretch on the other side. So when you're ready, left leg comes out to the left-hand side. Your left toes should be pointed upward. Inhale, sweep your arms up, get nice and tall, and then exhale, left hand floats to the inside of your left knee to the floor. If you're working at home, you can actually grab a block there as well. I almost said a triangle, a block. Couple good breaths here with those fingertips extended up toward the ceiling. And then when you're ready, keep extending overhead and see if you can reach your left big toe with your right hand. I have no idea why you'd grab a triangle. Beautiful, so stretching all the way through your obliques. Let's go 2 more deep breaths there. Looking good, everybody. If you want a little bit more to maximize this, you look upward a little bit more. That opens through your side and gives you a little bit more of a stretch. And then exhale, come on back to center. 1 more time, you're gonna tuck those knees in. Let's go for Camel again. So you're trying to get a little bit deeper with this back bend every time. So hands float to your waist, thumbs on your long muscles. Heels of your hands can come to your lower back if that feels good for you. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, go ahead and fall back. Let's go 5 good breaths there. Erin, that's beautiful. If you want, you can reach back and grab your ankles this time, and that gives you a little bit more of a stretch. That looks good, everybody. Give me 2 more breaths. Fabulous. And then after your 2nd breath, come on up slowly. Nice job, Steph. I wasn't sure you were gonna make it up there. And when you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and lay down flat on your back. You guys can have your heads toward the back edge of your mat. After all those back bends, let's get a little bit of a release there. So lay down for a moment, regroup, get a breath or 2 laying flat on your back. And when you feel like you're ready, you can bend your knees, pull them in towards your chest, and rock side to side, gently massage your lower back. If you move your knees in a circle, it changes the location of the massage. So you just want to do what feels good for you. So roll those knees around, massage your lower back a little bit. When you're ready, go ahead and drop your feet to the floor. So your knees are going to stay bent, your feet are going to hit the mat, and your hands are down by your sides. We're just going to go for a real simple, easy flowing twist. You're going to drop your knees off to the right-hand side and your head to the left-hand side. And then exhale, swap. So you're just rocking your knees and your head back and forth, side to side. That's the way, Steph. That's it. So just moving at your pace. Inhale in one direction, exhale to the other, and let's just do that twice more at your pace. And again, that helps to just twist and release that lower back after all the back bend work that we've done. After your second breath, bring your knees back to center, straighten up through your legs, hands down by your sides. Let's get ready for Savasana, everybody. The final pose of class is the most important in yoga, called Savasana. This pose is what you've worked the entire class to achieve, an exploration of stillness in action. As you lay on your mat, allow your entire body to come to rest. Let your feet flop open, bring your hands by your sides, palms upward. Close your eyes. Let your mind and body relax completely. The purpose of this time is to just be. Be still in your heart, still in your body, still in yourself. Try to remain in this pose for 5 to 10 minutes, finding health and harmony within. Thank you for your time and hard work today. Namaste.
If you'd like to continue to improve your strength, stamina, flexibility, and balance, order Power Yoga for Athletes. This hour-long video is for yogis who embrace a more active lifestyle. Call 1-866-629-1591 or visit AdrienneReed.com. For tips and secrets on Power Yoga, visit WUSF.org and click on the Power Yoga icon. You'll find frequently asked questions and show information from Adrienne Reed.